everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and it's time once again for my monthly pickups video. This time around, it's for September 2025, as we are drawing close to spooky season. And I have a few things this month from some random sources. Amazon was the big winner this month, but I did get something from Whatnot, thrift store pickups, which are pretty interesting. And I went to Walmart randomly and picked up a couple of things. So we'll get started. Start with Whatnot from Elfster Cards. I got one thing other than what I showed you guys at the beginning of the month. I picked up Miami Vice, the complete series. This is, of course, the original 1980s series on 5 Blu-rays. Or actually, it's 20 Blu-rays, five cases. I think it's 20 Blu-rays total. And I got this for an incredible deal. I've seen this selling on eBay for ridiculous money, and he just was closing down his show, and I happened to jump on right at the end of his show one night, and he offered it at a great price, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna pick that up, because I used to watch this all the time back in the 80s, and I really wanted to watch it from beginning to end, so now I can. From the thrift store, I picked up, believe it or not, these are all 4Ks. I don't know if I'll end up keeping these, but they were $3 a piece. Oh, I take that back. They were $2 a piece. There's the sticker right on the back. I picked up The Great Wall. Whether it's worth $2 or not, I don't know. I've heard good and bad things about this movie. But for 4K, for $2, why not? It looks like somebody, based on the date code on the back here, it looks like somebody had literally just traded them in, or gave them to the thrift store the day before I bought them, so I got lucky. So got The Great Wall. Let me know how that is. Also picked up this Ender's Game steelbook in fantastic condition with a nice little slipcover and artwork and stuff. It's kind of cool. I read the book of this, but I have not yet seen the movie. I've heard the movie isn't fantastic, but I wasn't going to pass up the slipcover, the steelbook for $2. So we'll see how that turns out. And then this I've heard some bad things about, but again, for $2, Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman, also for $1.99. So there you go. That's my thrift store haul. And then I went to Walmart and I picked this up. I know this played in theaters. I didn't really hear too much about it, but it was on sale for $7.50. And it looks like it might be at least somewhat interesting. It is Shadow Force with Kerry Washington and Omar Sy. The plot sounded interesting. It's in Shadow Force, Kyra and Isaac were once the leaders of a multinational special forces group called the Shadow Force. They broke the rules by falling in love, and in order to protect their son, they go underground. With a large bounty on their heads and the vengeful Shadow Force hot on their trail, one family's fight becomes an all-out war. It's probably crap, but for $7.50, I figured I would check it out, and if I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. And then I picked this up because, believe it or not, I have only seen the first of the Final Destination movies. This is a set with the first 5, and I thought I would get caught up before checking out the newest one, so I will do that. This does not come with digital codes or anything, but this was $10. All right, and then Amazon is next up. I bought this one at the recommendation of Jim from Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim, my partner in crime. And he recommended this. I think it was on our Guilty Pleasures show. the brothers Grimsby, and the plot. And he sent me a scene on YouTube, I think, or he shot it on his phone from his TV. I'm not sure. But he sent me a scene from this that is absolutely ridiculously disgusting and hilarious. So um, I have to see this movie. So it has Sacha Baron Cohen in it and Mark Strong. And I don't know. I'm more curious than anything. And if Jim recommends a film, I usually like it. Also picked this up. I haven't opened this yet, but this is the Criterion Collection edition of This Is Spinal Tap, one of my all-time favorite movies. And this is the 4K edition. And I love this movie. I have not seen the sequel yet. I've heard good and bad things. I've heard it's not funny at all, and I've heard other people who love the first one saying that it's subtly funny, and then I've heard other people saying that it's hilarious. So I don't know. I'm just going to wait until it hits home video before I watch it. I don't even think it's still in theaters locally, but this is loaded with special features, and I really am looking forward to digging into this. And I also picked up, last month I picked, or actually earlier this month, I picked up 28 Days Later and 28 Months Later. So I picked up 28 Years Later, which finally came out on Blu-ray. So now I have all three. I have not seen this one yet. So I will do a triple feature. And then you might be wondering why, but I picked up, well, not why did I pick this up, but I got the 4K Steelbook edition of Superman, which I have not opened yet. But I loved this movie. I've now watched it 3 times. The first time I watched it, I thought it was okay, but I think I was distracted by the fact that the movie was filmed in Cleveland, and I was paying more attention to the background stuff than I was the actual movie. So I went and gave it a second chance and ended up loving it. And then I watched it on HBO Max Friday night and just absolutely loved it. So it's definitely become one of my favorite movies of the year and one of my favorite movies, period. So I got this as a collectible. I don't buy too many collectible versions of movies, but I got this as a collectible. And then to watch and open and enjoy, I got just a regular old copy with the lenticular slipcover. This will be the one that I actually pop into the player and watch. And then last but not least, another Jim movie, another movie that Jim recommended to me and that I just got finished watching is The Life of Chuck, which features Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel Ejiofor, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Karen Gillan, Jacob Tremblay, and Mark Hamill. Mia Sara is also in this, and I did not recognize her the first time that I saw her, and then when I saw that she was in the film, I actually had to look up who she was in the film, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Mia Sara. And I don't know why I didn't recognize her, because she does look like herself. It's just I hadn't seen her in anything for so long. It was just kind of unbelievable to see her. But anyway, this is a fantastic movie, and I just posted on Instagram thanking Jim for recommending the movie, but also if you're the type of person that kind of ponders your own existence or ponders life, this is a movie you're probably going to like, or at least somewhat enjoy. I loved it, but if you're not the type of person that does a lot of navel gazing or thinking about your own existence or thinking about life or pondering things like that, you may not get this, you may not like it. I can't say that this is a movie for everyone. It may go over some people's heads, and some people may just not get it. So I recommend it hesitatingly to people who are sort of introspective and just sort of sit and wonder about things. I don't know. But it takes a little bit of patience. I started watching this. I rented it when it first hit digital, on home digital. And I watched the first 2 acts of this, and then I had to take a break, and I took a break for like 8 hours, and then I came back and I watched the last hour, and I didn't like the movie. And I said I was going to give it a second chance. I ordered it on Blu-ray because I enjoyed the first 2 acts of this movie so much that I wanted to give it a second chance. Got it on Blu-ray, watched it from beginning to end tonight, and absolutely loved it. It's a 5-star movie. So don't take a break in the middle of watching this. Watch it from beginning to end, because taking a break in the middle of it totally broke the spell of this movie, and it needs to be seen from beginning to end with no interruption. So don't do what I did. Watch it from beginning to end. Great, great movie. But that's it. That's what I picked up in September of 2025, plus the stuff that I showed you from Whatnot earlier this month. And there you go. I am probably not going to get anything but what I pre-ordered for October, so there may be, I think, 2 or 3 things that come in. I'm not actively planning to go out and shop for movies. I may get something. And there are some sales going on. I know Shout Factory is doing their Shocktober sale, and Kino Lorber has a sale going on right now. And Hamilton Book, you know, they always drop stuff. But I'm not actively looking for anything right now because I've been looking at my collection, and I was going through it while I was looking for some stuff to talk about on the podcast. And I've got a lot of stuff I really want to watch. Plus, I'm doing the Halloween 15 this month, so I've got those to get through. So I'm just going to sit and watch some movies this month. My wife is out of town, so I've got a lot of time on my hands, so I'm going to get some movies watched and under my belt. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So pickings are going to be slim as far as hauls for October, but there will be at least 2 or 3, I'm sure, that I will be buying because I pre-ordered some stuff. So I will stop rambling. That's the end of the video. As always, thank you if you made it this far. I thank you for your attention span. And as always, if you've subscribed recently, I appreciate it. October 7th, we are doing Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim about classic horror movies. Our guest will be Mr. Dan from Mr. Dan's Horror and Mr. Dan's Horror. Mr. Dan and Horror. Sorry, Mr. Dan and Horror. That's the name of his channel. I'll put a link to his channel below. Of course, I'll put links to Kenny and Jim's channel. And of course, you can always check out the Talking Movies 2024 channel, which only carries episodes of the podcast or the live stream or whatever you want to call it. So you can always watch us live there. That'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on October 7th. So, yeah. So that's, then the Halloween 15 starts tomorrow, which is October 1st. First review will be posted is It, The Terror from Beyond Space. And then we'll see where it goes from there. I've got lot of movie watching to do. So it's going to be a fun month. I love October. I love Halloween, and I'm looking forward to it. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.